Alright, let's look at this texture. See how these different body parts are cut and unwrapped? Well, if you're going to modify something like the dummy, you need to know how the UVs are currently mapped on it. So we'll import in the dummy and we'll pick a body part like this chest piece. Go to edit mode, hit A to select all, then in UV editor we will see how these parts are laid out, similar to how these are laid out but different. They have these textures all different kinds of ways. They put everything on one image, so if you pick a different body part and you go to look at its UVs, you'll see how, like the leg, and how it goes into these different images here, and how you could, move the stuff around if you wanted to. But if you wanted to do your own map different from the way this, I don't know that I would use their UV mapping, because you're going to be limited to whatever they got here, which either way it's gonna suck to do, to have to do this either way you look at it. But if you're going to like map, say, use the chest for example, well, look how this is cut. They cut it around the back side, right, like here. So what I would do, I would go into Blender. Let me close this so we can see a little better what we're doing. We'll go into edit mode, and I would basically cut it on the back. Now the way you do that, you would, like the other video where I had a visual representation of what marking a seam is doing, what we're going to do is basically mark a seam on this outside. I'm not worrying about the inside. If you wanted to do the inside too, you'd have to mark that also by going inside the dummy and tracing that line all the way down, but I'm not fooling with that. I'm just going to pick this edge select. I'm going to pick these edges here, and I guess that's selected. I can't tell. So what I'm going to do is say UV mark seam. That way when I unwrap these UVs, it'd basically be like you cutting someone's back with a knife and then peeling away on both sides like wings and unwrapping it that way. That would be closer to match that than the way they had it, where it was just like a front piece and a back piece. So now we'll go to UV. I'm just going to unwrap, hit A to select all, but really you don't need to unwrap the other stuff. Well, let me just show you how. Let's just do it this way. Let's do it the right way. I'm going to select these faces. I wouldn't say this is the right way. This is just, since X-ray is turned off, it's not selecting what's on the back side or what is on the inside, down inside of it. It's just selecting the surface. So I'm going to select these now, holding my mouse button down to move, and holding shift and pushing in the mouse button to move it this way. Now I'll hold down shift to select multiple faces. And what I'm going to basically do is just select all the faces that have to do with the outside of this thing only. That's all the outside faces. I'm not, oh, it ain't either. I forgot that I didn't get them. I think that's it. Now we're going to UV unwrap. Now if we go into our UV editor, we will see Well, these are where the arms are. So you can see how this this is the back here. If you were to fold this around, it would basically make the thing. Now we're not going to be using their texture. So we'll go to this thorax. We'll go to the dummy here. Go to this, and we'll say we're not using that. And we'll just call this, I don't know, human. Base color, pick the image, open, and on the desktop, that's where I put it. Now I already converted it to a DDS format too. Alright, so here's what we got. Now this damn thing doesn't know where I want this texture to go. Obviously it's not in the right spot, so we'll go back to edit mode. And oftentimes when you go to UV editor, maybe they fixed this with this last update, but it used to be you had to go back and reselect viewport shading because it would default and not show you crap. You had to reselect it for some reason. So remember, what you do on the left side and what you do on the right side are two different things. So, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Now this isn't going to match perfect because this is not. This texture is not made for this. It's probably be quite difficult to do this, in fact. So let's do it this way. Let's just pick the faces on the front. See, there is a crazy split right here that I'm not understanding. It has to do with the damn way they made their mesh. Now, what you could do, this might be easier for you. Let's just pick these. You could go to like a perfect front view. You could say UV. And it's only going to do this to the meshes that we select, or the faces that we selected, but we could just say project from view. And basically this view is the matching, mapping for the front. And you see it matches that, but it will stretch along the sides. So this isn't perfect, but it's a little better than the way that it looked a minute ago. Now you see what I'm doing here. Alright, now we want to fix all that. I'm just going to select these faces here. Now remember, these are unwrapped in the previous way. These aren't using the project from view mapping. You also have an option, you can stencil paint. Alright. Get to a perfect view like that. Like, I mean perfect meaning like a straight front or straight back or side, whatever, whichever view you're at. UV project from view. Now the back is done like the front is. Oh yeah, whatever side your mouse is on is the side that you're affecting things. So which I realize this is the stomach and that's the back. So I'm just gonna cheat and well, we don't have, people ain't gonna know it's where that actually is, so it's all good. So that's how I would do that. But like I said, this is not mapped to fit this in any way, so it's just kind of like a workaround I did just to get it to work like that. I could do a little better with these, get them a little closer together. Hold Alt. No, not Alt. Shift unselects and selects. So over here, let's see. There we go. Better. Let's try this on the head. See, let's go to edit mode, pick A, and you can see this is how the head in several places are, basically the way it's unwrapped. What I'm going to do is like I did on the first one, except I'm going to probably just I didn't realize the damn neck was part of the head too. Damn. See, I did not. I guess, damn it, this is paper thin, so I guess I'm gonna have to turn X-ray on. But I don't want the damn neck. hold down Control to unselect a group. Had it backwards. Alright, so we got everything selected, but looks like I still got some shit selected on there. I can't tell what the hell. Looks like I got some edges selected. I should have unselected everything. You know what the hell with this? It's taking too long. Let's just unwrap it like this and show you how this will do. This won't do basically. So I'm going to unwrap it by marking a seam across, I guess, like this. Mark seam. Now pick all these faces. Unwrap. And now we got two different sections. So it looks like this is the front. We're going to give this a different material also, which we can't do in edit mode. We have to remove it in object mode. Give it that human skin there. Back to edit mode. Let's try to pick just the front half here. Turn off X-ray. Rotate. Move. That is damn. That's terrible. That's just damn terrible. Oh man, that's bad. I think we'd be better off doing a projection mapping. Oh man, that's bad. Let's do that. Let's turn off X-ray mode and let's just pick everything from a perfect front view. We'll just grab it like this. I don't care if the neck's selected. Hell, I ain't worried about that. Alright. Let's project from view. Alright. Now the damn face still gonna look screwed up because it's a crappy low resolution texture that doesn't look good to begin with. Damn. This just ain't a good damn picture for doing this. They're better off just not have any. You see how it does on the side? That's the problem with the projection mapping. That's why I don't like to use that. It doesn't do quite well enough. Well, I guess he doesn't quite have the perfect head anyway, so he's a little on the deformed side. I guess it don't make a damn difference with the neck. I'll just turn on X-ray and just select all. I didn't mark any seams or anything. Shit. Let's see. Let's just UV. Let's just do Q project. I know that looks like crap, but I just want to just get the skin color. It really is all I want. I'm not really concerned with how it maps on it. Let's go back to object mode. Yeah, I know that looks like crap. But, you know, just gives you an idea how mapping works a little better. I mean, I would personally, I'm not personally interested in remapping one of these things to have a different texture. I've fooled with it before, but I didn't even go this far. I just replaced their damn texture with one, which was just like one big texture of lava. You know, I was just kind of curious how that would look. But, we could just pick apart like this and just give that skin also. You could just see how the damn thing maps by default, you know. You may not really care enough to have to, you may not really want to bother with marking seams and unwrapping everything. But like the developer says, where you want to mark your seam is an area that you don't really see. Like if you can hide it, hide it. Like put the seam in a place where you're likely not to notice. Mark seam. Now I'll just this other shit here. This is just the top part and stuff where I wasn't really worried about that. And one of these is the inside and one of these is the outside, I believe. Nope, that's the back. Damn, that's weird. I wonder how that happened. Let's do this. Let's clear seams. Let's just select all. UV Smart, UV Project. And now that's how the game thinks you should do the mapping for it if you were to unwrap it based on what it thinks. I mean, how Blender thinks to do it. You see, it's a pain in the ass. I ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is just a pain in the ass to do, and well, I ain't really cared to fool with it. Mark seam. Now only pick the damn faces on the outside, not everywhere else. Unwrap. There, now we're getting somewhere. That is unwrapped correctly. But you can see these are the little notches here. Now, you know, this doesn't quite fit anything, to be honest. Damn, look at that shit there. How'd that happen? I must have not had it all selected. Oh well, I'm not spending all day on that. In fact, this part here, don't quite care how it looks. You could damn be here a long ass time. That's for damn sure. You gonna do this whole dummy. I'm not doing this whole dummy. But you get the idea. It could take you a damn while. This just feels like work. At least when you're making a level, that's fun. This is just like one of them jobs. Like if I worked at one of them places that do this kind of stuff, I would not want the job of the person that does UV mapping on every damn thing and fixes everything. To me, it's just boring, boring. Not something I would want to do all day, every day. I had a job doing color corrections at a photo lab. That was boring enough. Yeah, like I said, I'm not worrying about the inside of that thing. But I did forget about this part. I think that's it. Damn, it's one ugly dude there. I kind of like the way the muscles look, or the veins in the arm there. That's kind of neat. But yeah, you can see this would be something that would take quite a while. And I just don't, I wouldn't, personally, it's not something I'd want to do. But all right, let's see. Alternatively, you can also go to layout. You can go to texture painter. You can say clone some of this area. And no, you can't. See, this is something I don't understand. Why this happens when you are trying to texture paint certain things. It's obviously all screwed up. I don't know why that happens. But it doesn't happen if you're making your own object. It's just something to do with something I don't know. I'm not quite sure unless it has to do with the unwrapping and it not being a shit. I don't know. Let's just unwrap it and now try to texture paint it. Now, see, I don't know, folks. No idea. But it's shit screwing everything up. But what I was going to say, you can just like Photoshop, clone brush paint. I have to do more looking into this. I mean, I would think it probably works similar to like how the sculpting brushes do when you make your own custom sculpting brushes, but I haven't gotten that much into the texture painting. I think something like ZBrush probably is a hell of a lot better than trying to do it in here in Blender, but I haven't ever used it. Just as many people that do use it, I think it'd probably be pretty much your better bet, but I think I'm going to leave that one here. Maybe this kind of give you an idea what's involved with retexturing this damn thing. It's just a lot of damn work. But you could, if you wanted to, you could just, like, say you wanted to just say, you know what, I don't want to do all that. I just want to stick something on there like a damn regular texture. I mean, you could just try your luck and just see how the damn thing wraps based on how their mapping is already on it. Like, say, let's get rid of that and make a different one. I picked something from the desktop, like this piece of plastic here. Or this gravel, or this ice, hell, I don't know. And see how it maps. And you can go into the UV editor and hit all, and then, shit, that shit's all over the place, ain't it? Since this is a seamless tile, it pretty much will, you know, not have a seam, or shouldn't have a seam anyway. It just may not be your best. I mean, it don't look bad. I think that looks alright. You also can tell it to map a different way. Cube project. Cylinder project. Sphere, however the hell you say it, project. Project from view, but then you know, that'll do the front view perfect, but then the sides will be stretched. So that's what texture paint's good for, because you can kind of move around, you can paint, you know. But why this damn crap doesn't work right is beats the shit out of me. I don't know. So you could do that if you want to. Just try your luck, see how they're mapping, how it works with your texture. And you can still modify the UVs. It just takes a damn while because you got to pick the ones you want to modify. And so, like, I want these to be here or there or wherever, you know. It's just time consuming, that's all.